Gamers, I finally get to reveal this. It's been months in the hole with this, just giving feedback, giving advice, being taught about it myself, just learning, and also just providing anything I can to get this secret project up and running. And the cat is halfway out the bag, but not everybody knows about this thing just yet. And so I'm taking the Reda Foley to reveal to you all uh, this experimental idea and this thing that I've been helping to create for the NASB2 scene. It's been something that will definitely help the community, and I'm going to get into that into this video. But I think this is something that is going to propel us further than we would expect as a community. Right now, competitively, the NASB2 scene has a universal rule set, which uses the exact same stage list no matter where you are in the country, the world. It even is the ranked stage list that you'd play on if you were to load up the game and just go on to competitive online. So it's baked right into the game. But while it is baked onto bracket websites as well, like the primary one being StartGG, it is very difficult to experiment with custom rule sets, which has been a huge talking point in the community. And while it's been great to like have the tried and true bracket and just have that efficiency, and there's also things with like the StartGG API that we can use to have like really awesome graphics that like showcase stage striking. There are things about how quick it is to add like new stage lists that is just not in the cards for a website as large as that, with communication that unfortunately we don't have like a direct link into that would be willing to just create stuff like that very quickly. Like the best we can get is, hey, we need to like change the stage list entirely because this is the new official one, and they'll do that within like a week or two, right? Or maybe we have to email them and say, hey, there's a new character that just got added, we need that added, right? And often it's pretty speedy for those things, but those are small things that happen once in a while. Whereas when you want to add a whole bunch of stage lists and your own rule sets, right, it can be a bit difficult to say the least. So I've been working for the past couple months on a solution. This is Tussle, and it existed prior to me. I'm not the one that created it, but the workers at Tussle have a huge interest in NASB2. I talked with them, and we have decided to test run, and I helped provide just a lot of the information to get this thing set up and running. A Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 bracket site, and a mobile app on your iPhone and Android devices. So, yeah, you can finally access your brackets on your phone and get your matches called and go into the chat room and see when you've been DQ'd because you took too long, all when you're on the toilet. So, not only does it have NASB2, but it does have other games as well already, other fighting games. And it's really easy to create custom tournaments, right? So you can create everything all the way down to like this tournament page, very similar, and you can do formats and scheduling. So we can even test like make it not crossplay specific, just similarly to NASB2 on StartGG. You can have teams, and then there's also other things like the match flow. So we can pretty much decide the exact stages that are in the rule set. And I talked with them, and they've added every single stage in the game to this already. So it's really simple to just select and create your own rule sets. And this is something that TOs on their own can modify and select any stage in the game. And they can just have it in the rule sets and say, hey, we would like you to just set this up and just make anything we want. And so they've done that. We can literally make a completely insane rule set, right? That has like every stage in the game, right? It also has every character, including Mr. Krabs, which he just got added on Friday. I didn't even have to mention to them that this was the case. I just said, hey, grabs it out, and then there he was. And this is public, so you can go on Tussle.com right now and look up and see how brackets are run, how this works. And you can also download it on your phone just to try it out and see how this whole thing functions. And it's really cool. There's also like other things with this, like arena timers and like a rules and regulations pages that we can kind of modify and set up that is really just simple, as well as prize information, a code of conduct page, host guide, and pretty much like this is just like a page that explains to you, hey, this is what will be happening. We're going to start off by about a 10-minute like break until seating is finished, and then once seating is finished, we'll be able to start and blah 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 blah. You know, there's also like a fees and prize page, so like entry fee. There's like a prize pool page to just indicate, hey, there's an amount, what's the fixed amount, and there's just a ton of like features. And on top of all that, they've been very receptive to NASB2 as a whole. So they're very enthusiastic about this game. They're very enthusiastic about the community, and I knew that this would be something that we would like to experiment with. So on behalf of them, and since I've been working on this, I'll be working with them to provide a $50 prize pool for a bunch of brackets for NASB2, and we'll be using an experimental rule set each time. So we'll be starting off with the, if you're familiar with it, the Muskie rule set, which was proposed by Muskie and was approved by a bunch of top players within the community. And it's a very different stage list. It'll be on the screen once I get this video edited. So if you're hearing this, that means that you're seeing this on the screen right now. But we're going to be trying this out in an actual tournament format and with a prize money. So the first event of this type, because this is a completely new product for the NASB2 portion of this application and website, we're going to cap it at 16 players, but we need all 16 players entered and to try out this bracket. If you do end up trying this, we'll also have some giveaways for some cash and some merch that you can earn if you fill out some feedback just using the app or the website. And we really would like you to, or the Tussle would really appreciate it if you did that. And that's why they're throwing in those giveaways that anybody who's just within our tournament has the chance of win, as well as just people using the platform in general can earn. And so it's going to be really exciting to just like have so much to give to NASB thanks to this company. And I'm not like being like paid or anything. That I'm not sponsored by Tussle. I just was approached. They said, hey, are you interested in helping us out with the creation of this? And I gave them what they needed, and here we are. And they seem really enthusiastic. I've talked to a lot of people internally in the NAS community about this, and the competitive community seems very ecstatic to at least have the opportunity to try out different stage lists for the first time. This is a really big deal, being able to just have a smooth tournament format where you can just say, hey, we're throwing 16 people in, here's some prize money, try as hard as you can, but then at the end, even if you didn't win, we can say, hey, here's some additional incentives to just letting us know how this went, and then from there, you can still earn some cash, earn some merch, and we'll just keep testing it from there, both feedback-wise, so then that lets us TOs know, hey, this is what it looks like to run a bracket with the Muskie rule set. Is it better? Is the flow worse than a traditional ranked rule set? It lets us get a two-way street of information that we need. It gets Tussle the information they needed on their product, and it gets us, the TOs of Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, information on, hey, does this new stage list work, or is it really just a fun way to test it, and we'll just go back to the original stage list that we have currently. And this wouldn't really be an issue like for offline testing, but there's obviously so many weeklies that wouldn't be really useful to just like test it in one place. I'd rather get a ton of different people's and top players' opinions who'd like to try this out online. And there isn't going to just be one tournament. We're not one and doneing it. We're not two and doneing it. There's going to be quite a few of these events. But the first one will be in March, early March, and I'll be announcing some future information on that date as we get closer to it. But it looks like we'll also have the start time for that event be around 3 p.m. Central, but we'll let the contestants of this first bracket it'll be up to them in terms of schedule. So if everybody's better with an evening on that weekend, then we'll probably switch it to an evening. But I imagine people would probably want to at least get started earlier in the day so that they can get finished, considering it's only 16 people, right? But if not, you can always start it later. That's fine too. But that's part of why we're testing this. I encourage people to install the app or get on the website, make an account now to at least see how it all functions to get used to it beforehand. But hey, that's fine if you want to just like raw dog it the day of the event. If you're one of the people selected, then that's perfectly fine. For the start of this, I've already gone internally to ask the first round of contestants who would like to participate. We do need 16 players though, so regardless of that, if like let's say one of the people I've contacted internally can't make it, I'm still gonna have an open wait list for people that would like to participate that maybe aren't in the first of the 16 queue. That if they are available the day of, they will be instantly thrown into that queue of 16 people should any amount of players decide I can't make it that day. Because we truly do need people to register for this event, get it tested, get me the TO the feedback, and then also get the feedback for just the use of this, because depending on how well it goes, I can totally see this become a much deeper partnership, and I think you guys will really like using Tussle, because again, you can use it on your phone, you can use it on your website, it loads a lot faster than StartGG. You'll never see that weird long loading screen, because on your phone you can use an app, on your computer you can just have it on your monitor. It's just a actually well functioning website with a ton of like cool features. There's a leaderboard coming soon, there's teams coming soon, there's a players tab coming soon. Like, it's a very new product, and there's a ton of like just general things that are very in the works, and NASB2 was just recently literally released the other day. So I'm just here to finally go public with this and let you know that there's some good things coming soon for NASB. So I have some other things cooking as well, but this is going to be the only thing that I talk about today. And so I hope that you all have enjoyed this special announcement. I know I have, but I hope that you guys understand that this is something that, like, just because I'm a TO, I got this opportunity and I was like, this is going to be a really good way to test this. Like, I genuinely think that this is going to be a good way to test these types of stage lists. We have never had, I'm not comfortable just running a tournament on like another website that doesn't have the ability to have stages directly on the application or website, because it just seems very cumbersome for players unaware of what the rule set is to like try it out, So I'm going to be experimenting with this. The page for this will eventually be up. I'm going to be working on it this week when this video goes live, which will be tomorrow, the 22nd of February. And so then there will be a couple weeks up until the bracket. So once I get that live, or this video live, you'll know that the Muskie rule set is the one we're using. So just refer to somebody or myself for a copy of the stage list for that, and I'll provide it to you so you can practice it out yourself. And that tournament also will be streamed. So that's one thing I just forgot until now to mention. But the tournament itself will be streamed. So you'll actually be able to like watch this different stage list as well. So if it's something you're interested in, I'm hoping that you tune in. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope that this announcement was exciting to you, even if it wasn't like some big crazy like thing that you were expecting. Maybe this is pretty cool. I think it's really cool personally that NASB2 has this type of attention on it, and like has these passionate developers creating like an actually good bracket website, and it has an app. Like, come on, like it's actually like, really awesome. And like again, they offered to create it for NASB2. And I said, yeah, I'm not sponsored. This is not a sponsored video. This is me saying, hey, if you try this out, it would help our community and it would help Tussle. So, like, why not? Why not experiment with the stage list? Why not experiment with the features the website gave us? So, again, one more time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. See you later.